Uh-oh, we're live, I think. I think it happened. Oh, shit. My phone just beeped at me. Leo's coming. What happened to you? You went mute. Mutable.
Me?
Yeah. Because I think we're live. Set reminder. Nothing's happening. So what's going on? Yeah. Oh, there it is. Got it. Got it. Shut the sound off. So Otangelo has this guy on his channel right now, and he's wearing him down with fine grit sandpaper. He's Homelander versus I think standing. I think Superman would kick Homelander's ass, and I would love to see that actually. What are you doing, Immutable?
What do you mean? What am I doing?
We need fucking content. Say something clever.
What's going on?
That's not so clever.
I'm not clever. I can't do fucking math here because apparently you're math illiterate, and Leo knows like quantum.
I'm math illiterate.
Yeah, you are. You don't know calculus. You don't know differential equations. You don't know linear algebra.
I know linear algebra.
You do?
Yeah.
Well, fucking help a guy out. I'm trying to learn linear algebra.
Well, Gilbert Strang is your man.
Oh, Gilbert Strang. I do like that guy occasionally.
MIT. He's the MIT guy. I gave Leo his lectures anyway. Yeah, it's just I know enough fucking calculus. I just don't know. I don't know how to calculate.
I guess he must be dating Stan Amelia Clark if he's not on camera.
Yeah, he's. I don't know. Maybe they're handcuffing him.
I don't know.
Hard to say. He's got music on.
He does.
There's shit going on. Anyway, Otangelo was talking about retinol. Retinaldehyde.
Isn't that like that's produced in the eyes?
Yeah, but it's more than that. It's vitamin A, basically. And a lot of plants produce it. And so I was trying to look up basically what other places retinol is used. Hi, Leo.
I mean, it produces retinoic acid, which is similar to retinol, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Oh, God. Standing, I told you that people that believe shouldn't watch this channel ever. But God, he keeps coming in here. I'm afraid we're going to...
What? What's going on?
I'm afraid we're going to change Standing for Truth's mind, so we can't say anything.
I'm going to probably have to disagree with you there. That's one of the things about not just creationism and intelligent design and all of religion and pseudoscientific bullshit is that you can't change their minds because the truth can't change their minds, because if it could, they wouldn't believe the bullshit that they believe.
Well, I don't know. Standing is savable. He's got a delicate mind. We don't want to push it.
Standing for Truth is, though, probably the smartest one out of that group.
Yeah, I mean, he knows a lot of facts, but I wouldn't call that intelligence necessarily. No offense, Standing.
I do think Standing is an intelligent individual. I really do. I don't think he's a stupid person. I do have a couple of articles. I wanted to give these to you. I don't know why I haven't just sent them to you in an email. I just keep forgetting about it. I got to scroll down to the right. And maybe I already did. I don't know, but I got to scroll down to the right tab and get them.
We want to link everything in
some literature here. The first one I'm going to share is from Quantum Magazine. I think the original article is behind a paywall because it's fucking Nature Journal and they don't do themselves any favors. But it talks about.
Did you post it in private chat?
I'll put it in a side chat and then
No. Put it in main chat.
I don't know if it's going to go through. Okay, it did. I'm gonna read it to you. Well, I might do that in a second. I'm gonna read to you what the snippet that I pulled out of it. Quote: astonishingly, first off, the title of the article is "New Clues to Chemical Origins of Metabolism at Dawn of Life." Quote: astonishingly, they found that glyoxylate and pyruvate. I don't know how I'm pronouncing that. Immutable. Correct me if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Reacted. What was that? Pyruvate?
Yeah, pyruvate.
Okay. Reacted to make a range of compounds that included chemical analogs to all the intermediary products in the TCA cycle except for citric acid. Moreover, these products all formed in water within a single reaction vessel at temperatures and pH conditions mild enough to be compatible with conditions on Earth. End quote. And then I do have something from Nature. I can't remember if I was able to get the article or if I pulled this out of the abstract. I can't remember. But they said, furthermore, the alpha keto acid analogs provided a natural route for the synthesis of amino acids by transamination with glycine, paralleling the extant metabolic mechanisms and obviating the need for metacatalyzed abiotic reductive aminations. I'm assuming aminations, something like that.
Amination, usually.
Okay. This emerging sequence of prebiotic reactions could have set the stage for the advent of increasingly sophisticated pathways operating under catalytic control. And I'm going to put that in the I'm going to put all these in the side chat, and then I'll drop them into the live stream chat one by one. So, and I do think I have one more that I wanted to share with you guys, because I just thought that this was some pretty interesting stuff. A lot of it seems to show that metabolism first is a seemingly likely scenario. This is another one from Nature Journal. They said vesicles form most readily at temperatures of up to 70 degrees Celsius and require salinity and strongly alkaline conditions to self-assemble. Thus, alkaline hydrothermal conditions not only permit protocell formation at the origin of life, but actively favor it. And these are all recent, as in within the month of October, maybe the end of September, some of them, but these are all very, very recent.
Yeah, there's interest in I entertain metabolism first for the reason that.
Oh, fuck me! What did I just do? Okay,
yeah,
I fixed it.
Because for me, it's plausible like that if you're considering life as a phenomenon and like how proteins work, it seems that reactions that might be on the border of energetically favorable or just like barely energetically favorable might be driven or might be catalyzed further by what are called autocatalytic cycles.
Mm-hmm.
So autocatalytic cycles are chains of reactions that involve a catalysis, but they're cyclic in nature. So they keep reforming in terms of like product and reactant.
Yeah.
And as a result, they're always giving off energy in some form or another, usually thermal.
Yeah.
But that also means, like the way I see it, that also means that you could have other systems that are kind of essentially leeching off that free energy that's being released in the environment and essentially optimizing their reactivity to that environment. What I mean by that is you could have chemical systems that evolve in such a way that perhaps instead of, say, this catalytic chain takes an hour to, or something like that, and it gives off energy, it might be possible that further, like that some, peptides are formed by basis of the thermal energy being given off, that as a result cause one step of this chain, to be catalyzed much quicker. And so the resulting chain doesn't take nearly as long as, a day. It might take now, 8 hours instead of 24. But respond as a way of increasing the free entropy of the system.
Mm-hmm. There was also another one that I had, and this is from Science Magazine, and the title of it is Synthetic Connectivity, Emergence, and Self-Regeneration in a Network of Prebiotic Chemistry. And I'll give you guys the for it. The snippet that I pulled, they say, quote, "We also demonstrate 3 notable forms of chemical emergence. 1, that the molecules created within a network can themselves enable new types of prebiotic reactions. 2, that within just a few synthetic generations, simple chemical systems, including self-regenerating cycles, begin to emerge. And 3, that the network contains prebiotic routes to surfactant species, thus outlining a path to biological compartmentalization. We support these conclusions with experimental results establishing previously undescribed prebiotic reactions and entire reaction systems, notably a self-regenerating cycle of," give me a second here, amino diacetic acid. I don't know if I'm getting that right.
Can you put it in the side chat? I can probably
Yeah.
Which one are you reading from? Where are you? Which page?
I'm going to put the term. I'm assuming it's amino diacetic acid, but I don't know if that's correct. And then I'll link the I'll put the article in right after.
When you ask somebody which paper they're reading, why they never answer you.
There it is.
I'm
getting the link. I did share. What's that?
Yeah, it's called immunodiacetic acid.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, because so the reason that comes about is there's a particular functional group called an imine, IMINE, and things that kind of use that IMI kind of thing usually typically carry like the same pronunciation. So in this case, it's immunodiacetic acid.
Yep. And I think what they were doing here was that they had a sort of a computer model that was capable of doing these things synthetically, and then they were capable of verifying these things with experiments. And I just thought that was pretty fucking cool. There was a Quantum magazine, I think it was a Quantum magazine article on this one. I don't know what I did with the link to that, but there is also another one from Nature. Okay, it's because URLs are all one word, so I got to figure out what Nature Eco Evo Community.nature.com, and they say, quote, and as our very international results all led to the same conclusion, the conclusion that can be drawn from it is fortified. All three minerals catalyze the fixation of CO2 with H2 in water and yield products that we find in the analogous biochemical pathway. Our experiments, now published in Nature Ecology and Evolution, provide a geochemical analog of biological energy and carbon metabolism, narrowing the gap between geological and biological processes. And all that because we added hydrogen and collaborated, end quote. And I will share the link to that as well. So there's been a lot of interesting research that's come out in the last few weeks on abiogenesis. Of course, there's always stuff coming out. It's just I don't catch all of it. A lot of this stuff I get from reading like Scientific American, Quantum Magazine, Discover Magazine, and then I go to look for the actual source material so that I have that on record. And I need to link that to the I
think the point like he tries to stress a lot is that it's very interesting. Like the research itself really is kind of interesting because it opens up like a new door of chemistry that really we didn't think kind of was possible or just kind of very in a way contrived, I guess. Mm-hmm. But even if those processes do occur and are sufficient to occur, the thing that's like really that's still kind of unusual about them is it's like, okay, so you have these autocatalytic cycles, you have these, branching reactions that form a cycle after some point in time, after some numerous amount of steps. But what we know about life now is that it forms, that the way it forms things is by means of proteins for the most part. Mm-hmm. And that requires an explanation of like the relationship and the origin of the relationship between the genetic code, and that isn't something that seems to be explainable by metabolism first.
Yeah.
Which
go ahead and finish.
Yeah, which is something that you have to be able to kind of get. It's something that theories seem to have to be able to accommodate if they're trying to become like an explanation of like the last universal common ancestor or something like that.
And I might be wrong on this, so if this isn't actually a valid idea, please correct me, but I've often thought that on terms of the entire planet, maybe I've told you this before, I don't know, I don't think that there is one something first model that covered the whole planet. I think that at different times or in different places, you might have seen replicators develop at this time or in this place, and then metabolisms develop at this time or in this place, or membranes develop at this time in this place, and that it all kind of came together, and that's what eventually led to life. But if that's not a viable hypothesis, please correct it.
So it is, right? I mean, you can easily imagine like that there's self-replicator systems, or that there's systems that are very viable in terms of their fidelity of being able to produce like some catalytic chain or some product. And that's all fine and well. I mean, they're competing over some resource or over some compound or whatever.
Yeah.
But the rationale is that, okay, at some point in time, like you have a transition of these seemingly independent systems to a system that either unifies or independently develops these systems on its own. Mm-hmm. So either by means of motility or just by means of like efficiency and ease of gathering these chemicals for these reactions, you seem to have systems that become capable of catalyzing these reactions, or just, are just more convenient, or just make it much easier for the system. And so you see, in some sense, a divergence away from this kind of chaotic and, very sophisticated and random kind of chemical behavior to the seemingly kind of more organized chemical behavior of, protocell systems, assimilating lipid vessels and assimilating small peptides and small nucleic acid chains, and over time, evolutionarily develop into, viable cells.
Yeah.
So
Standing for Truth told us that abiogenesis is dead.
It's not. It's still a very. I mean, I just shared recent work. It's a very vibrant field. We're still doing a hell of a lot of research.
Yeah.
A hell of a lot of experiments.
There's a lot to understand about abiogenesis. I think mostly the issue is understanding, and I've said this for a while. I think the big picture now is kind of thinking about, okay, so you have metabolism first, which kind of postulates about the role of like metabolic cycles in abiogenesis and how certain things might not be able to evolve unless that thing was also there. Okay, valid point. You have lipids, which they have certain properties and they can self-replicate and yada 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 yada. And you have this kind of like RNA world, which is centralizes around RNA and its ability to replicate and predominate over other nucleic acids. But I think the issue is the new challenge for abiogenesis is going to be in kind of unifying these three models, in kind of finding a theory or finding a model that explains, okay, if I have, for instance, a world like that's descriptive of RNA first or replication first, right? How do I go from that kind of how do I transition from that kind of a system to it assimilating like with the lipid systems, or to assimilating with metabolic systems, or the same applies for the other systems and how they would integrate with each of the other two. I think that's going to be kind of the conceptual barrier for abio research.
Mm-hmm. I think who was it? It might have been. I don't think it was molecular alchemy. I think it was CRISPR-Cas said, in terms of abiogenesis, we will never. And maybe this was you that said it, Immutable. So somebody in our group said it, that we will. I think actually, and I don't even think. I think it was you, Immutable, that said.
It was actually me.
Oh, shit, I just lost my train of thought. With abiogenesis, we are never going to figure out the exact path, chemically, biochemically, that was taken to develop life. All we will be able to do is recreate different environments on the prebiotic Earth, put the right chemicals in them, and observe things happening that clearly can lead to life, and say, oh, like, hey, look, we know that all this stuff can happen with these particular chemicals in these particular environments over this amount of time, and we know that these things can lead to life. So we've got numerous different pathways that could have been taken from just basic chemicals to life. But which one of these particular pathways was taken, we're never going to know. We're just not.
Yeah, and I mean, I think the issue with that too is in thinking that one system particularly was responsible for the formation of life. Like the way I like to conceptualize it, and there's a few papers that kind of speculate on this too, is that there seem to be certain environments. Which are very favorable, like for the formation of like nucleotides, for instance, or for lipids or things like that. Whereas other environments are better at forming, micelles, or forming what are called like coacervates, so these kind of interesting assimilations of positively and negatively charged molecules that form like these weird complex little structures. And it seems at some point like these systems all kind of meet, or the products of these systems assimilate in some complicated way. But it could also be the case that there are other like geochemical or hydrothermal vent kind of systems that are also sufficient to produce these compounds. And over time of like evaporation and dry wet cycles and things like that, that this type of thing could also form by means of one mechanism, or it could take 1,000. Mm-hmm. I just think trying to say it here's the one and here's the one only. Yeah, I don't know about that. I think that's really it's really hard to pin down.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think more than likely it's probably multiple systems that are integrating at some, in some weird kind of way to create this to create this phenomenon of life.
Yeah. Yep.
I think SFT wants us to play a clip from Safari's video and take it down. I think that's what he's saying. He's asking us to rip it apart.
Demeter's in the live chat, actually.
Yes, he is.
Yeah. I just put the link. I put the link in chat, so no telling who's going to try to get in here. It could be. I mean, P. Mars might even try to get in here.
Well, that guy right there.
Yeah, I was on Jefferson Spaxcock's stream yesterday. P. Mars was there. That didn't develop. There's this other guy there. His screen name was Sam Whiskey. Apparently, he's brothers with Sergeant Slim Jim. I don't have any hard feelings against the guy because Red Fang told me that he was just drunkenly trolling. But go check, just go check that out. Watch about the last maybe half of the stream, I'd say.
Yeah, I seen it.
Yeah, unfortunately, Demeter can't join and talk.
Okay.
Yeah,
I asked Red Fang if I was at a hand. Go ahead.
Yeah, Demeter agrees with me in saying that yes, we may never know all the details. So I think, like I said earlier,
Hyena number 3 is here.
Which I like the way you put it. But
number the hyenas.
I asked Red Fang if I was out of hand at all in that discussion. He's like, honestly, I don't think you were. He said, I think that you were just firm, and you weren't. You were firm. You were expressing why you believe what you believe, but you weren't being a dick like he was. And I was like, yeah, fair enough.
You know what you was doing?
I don't know.
You was being too smart for him. That's what I saw.
You know what? I was thinking that, but I hate thinking things like that because it makes me feel arrogant, even though like I get people that end up confirming it as true.
Yeah, you need to stop believing in people.
Yeah, it started with a discussion about Amy Coney Island, and I call her that because she's a fucking clown, where he was saying that, essentially trying to argue that what is different between somebody making laws based on a religion and making laws based on secular humanism. I'm like, there's big differences.
Yeah.
I mean, to look at what religious people want and look at what secular humanists want, there's a huge difference, a gaping difference between it. And anybody who like it just came out, I think it was today or yesterday, that there was, I think it was a 19-year-old who was pregnant, who was in jail or prison, who was repeatedly raped by a prison guard. And Amy Coney Island ruled that the county that oversees that prison can't be held responsible because when the prison guard was raping her, he was outside of his duties. This is the kind of person we should have sitting on the Supreme Court. Yeah, but this is what happens with religious nuts, and Amy Coney Barrett is a religious nut.
It's still amazing to me that fucking Kavanaugh got elected into the Supreme Court.
Well, that's because the Republicans
was amazing.
The FBI investigation.
That whole investigation was like fucking bizarre.
Yeah.
I just want to know: do you like beer? Do you like beer?
Of course.
Beer.
I like beer, okay? I used to drink with a lot of friends, all right?
I remember my friends. Those were great days.
Beer.
God, the fucking SNL skit was like so great on that
Don't
one.
Forget the
was
calendar. It was. Don't forget the calendar. His calendar. The Kavanaugh calendar. Can't forget that one. Oh my God.
Oh, the calendar, yeah.
Gorsuch, I would give like a 4.5 out of 10. He hasn't been as bad as I thought he was going to be. I still don't want him on the Supreme Court because he is a corporatist, but he's more a corporatist than he has a hyper-conservative ideologue like Kavanaugh and Barrett are.
We're going in and out, brother.
It just got really. Oh well, I'm probably gonna have to. I don't know what the fuck is up because it says I've got a good signal, but just over the last probably 2 hours, I was struggling to watch YouTube videos. I don't know what the fuck the issue is.
Yeah,
let me check my weather.
Lately, that's been interesting.
Hang on a second. I'm gonna show Standing something. I'm trying to teach him something.
Trying to teach Stanley something?
Yeah, he mentioned the invisible guest, and I showed him how to link. something in chat so that you can like click on it and go see it. So
you've heard the term Speed. Have you heard the term Markov chains before?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's kind of the language of autocatalytic cycles.
Yeah.
Yep. So autocatalytic cycles for computer people are just basically cyclic Markov chains.
God, I made Standing cry.
I think people do that when they debate him, but that's okay.
I'm just trying to teach him how to win things.
Yes. Speaking of debates, we have praise and we have praise and we have Nicholas Whitmire. Apparently, it's Whitmire against us because he said he couldn't get a hold of Maddox. He tried a couple times, and I just asked Nicholas. I was like, would you be there's really nobody else in that group that I thought would have been a decent opponent.
He's starting at the bottom, bro.
You think Nicholas Bottom Bitch Boy is a good opponent?
He's starting at the bottom.
Leo, I didn't want Smokey to do it. I didn't want.
Leo,
really isn't anybody else.
Why don't we just
I hate saying this because you're gonna make me swallow my fucking tongue, but Smokey isn't actually like that stupid. Like
Smokey's not a stupid person. He's got a superiority complex. That's his problem. He just thinks that because he's a Christian, he's so much fucking better than everybody else, and he's somehow in this position where he can just put people down, but then bitch and complain when they do the same to him or his friends. He's not stupid. Smokey is an intelligent person. He's just got a superiority complex, and he's a misogynist. I'm sorry, he is. But by the way, did you guys see Rage's stream when Jen Aldrich came in? Oh my god, that was so much fucking funny. But it's still gonna be a fun time.
I call that going full Batman, and I started hashtag shake 'em for Smokey. and that's not meant for the girls. I mean us. We need to shake them for Smokey. So all us dudes have to go for Smokey.
I don't really have any.
Yeah, where's your red bra, Leo?
I'm starting a GoFundMe so I can get breast implants. So I can shake them for Smokey.
So anyway, Speed, I do have to ask because James said he wanted to do more of a is the solar material, but both Praise and Nicholas said that. I said when I was talking to them in Smokey Stream lesson, I said let's be honest here. That type of debate would probably devolve into a debate about consciousness anyway, and they were like, yeah. And they both expressed that they would rather have a discussion about the consciousness being immaterial anyway. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to put all four of us in an email with James and just throw it out there that, hey, we've all agreed to the debate, me and Speed versus Nick and Nicholas and Praise, but we've also all agreed that the is the soul and material just isn't going to be a good topic. Number one, because it's going to devolve into a discussion about consciousness anyway, and we would all rather discuss that. So I'm going to pitch the topic is the conscious mind immaterial, which I think that will probably draw in quite a bit of people.
They've already done that other topic anyway. It's up to James, but I mean, I think people would be more attracted to something a little bit different. I don't know.
Yeah, and I'm going to mention that too.
I think, unfortunately, as much as I try to defend consciousness, I'm probably an eliminativist when it comes down to consciousness.
That consciousness is not actually real, or
it's a byproduct of chemical activity.
Yeah, that's what I think it is. The consciousness emerges from the fundamental workings of the mind the same way that let's say I'm trying to find a good example of something. Give me a second here. I'm going to do something in chromodynamics. What do I want to do? Because that's going to be a good one. I guess you could say the way that the nucleus of an atom emerges from the fundamental operations of quantum chromodynamics. It's the quark field, and what the quark field does that gives rise to the nucleus. So what you could say is that the nucleus is just parts of the quark field all bunched up. Consciousness is really stupid
what
to me, and the whole brain is doing.
Because I'm a chemist, I have a very basic conception of a proton, which is just it's a ball of nucleus. It's a ball of not a ball of nucleus. It's a ball of protons and neutrons, just kind of like rammed together.
With this,
I know is overly simplistic.
What's going on?
So Leo, in these discussions about consciousness, do y'all make efforts to separate consciousness from sentience?
Yeah, I would say that all people are that are conscious are sentient. I mean, look at Terry Schiavo.
I would. Let me look up what sentience is because I need to see.
Yeah.
The,
I mean,
the
when you
technical definition for that.
I mean,
Let's Merriam-Webster's shit.
Sentience is bullshit.
This is a genuine question, and I don't want to bring it here. Do you think Terry Schiavo, like in her later years of life, was sentient?
I don't know who that is.
I don't think she was. She was pretty much brain dead. I mean, I don't even think she was conscious. Well, was she conscious?
Well, not really. I mean, she had to be like fed in order to eat. Like basically, all of her functions were performed by machine.
Yeah.
So I reading from here from Science Direct, it says sentience is a multidimensional subjective phenomenon that refers to the depth of awareness an individual possesses about himself or herself and others. So I would say that yes, there is a difference between consciousness and sentient. An ant has some level of consciousness because it is capable of perceiving its surroundings and communicating with members of its species to communicate information. But does an ant know that it's an ant, and does it look at a tree and say, that's a nice oak tree? No, it's not sentient, but it's conscious.
Yeah, it would be sentient.
Or is he is an ant even aware that it's conscious?
No, an ant is not aware that it is aware of its surroundings, but it has some basic level of awareness of its surroundings and an ability to react to that stimuli.
Right.
That's essentially what consciousness is.
I have to push back on that a little bit because, like, there are like even bacteria and some like prokaryotes are like sentient in some sense in that they can tell the difference between themselves and another member of their species. So there are certain proteins like they get
that expressed. Is interesting. Huh.
Yeah, there are certain, I believe it's either proteins and like small molecules that get expressed that are recognized like by membrane domain proteins that, based on the chemical structure, the organism infers whether or not this organism is part of their species or if it's not.
Okay.
I can actually,
that's pretty cool, actually.
Hang on a second, guys. Loki just told me that Thor fell in the well, so I have to go check.
Thor fell in the well. Well, that's it for the MCU then.
Yeah, I can look it up. Actually. Let me see if I can find it. Biology. Cell signaling.
Yeah, because I think everybody would.
That is interesting.
That I think everybody would agree that like an animal can be conscious or unconscious.
Go ahead.
But does it have a consciousness? I guess. See, once again, consciousness versus sentience. I don't know what the difference is. So, consciousness is just.
I would
being functional,
more like a self-awareness ability to know what you are and to distinguish yourself as separate from other things around you, whereas consciousness is really just an ability to receive information or stimuli from the environment surrounding you and react to that information in various ways. So like slime mold, I would say is conscious to a degree because it can react, it can find its way out of a maze. It's actually pretty freaking cool what this thing can do. But I wouldn't call it sentient.
Okay. So are there any other creatures?
Actually communicate.
Well, that's true. They do communicate pheromonally and all that. But so what other animals have that quality of being sentient? Or are there any other animals? Elephants are sentient.
Can recognize themselves. Yep, they can recognize themselves in a mirror. They actually can. They'll check themselves out in a mirror, kind of like humans do. Dolphins are said to be sentient, and obviously many other primate species are sentient. I don't know. I think there are some breeds, some species of cats that we would consider sentient, and dogs that are capable of being aware of themselves and being capable of recognizing themselves as different from other members of their species and from other things around them. But I would say that sentience is also a little bit fluid, like consciousness is.
Right. And so isn't the whole argument on the theist side going to be we have a special quality of sentience that indicates we have a soul, or indicates that we're special? Otherwise, why is there going to be a debate going on?
I honestly,
So
I don't know what they're going to bring.
The question,
I know a
the question.
His position, but not much. And he's really just he's a dualist, but he's also an idealist, I believe, at the same time.
That's a little weird.
Yes, he's one of those that like reality doesn't exist without a conscious observer.
Oh, Jesus.
And that's why where we're going to have some fun, because I know Prey is probably going to go down that quantum mechanics route, because I also know that Nicholas also holds to the idea that consciousness collapses the wave function, and I'm just going to fuck them up if they go down that road.
So is this going to be a nature of reality debate, or is it going to be a man has an immortal soul?
This is going to be a debate on is consciousness physical or is it immaterial, essentially?
Okay.
Because obviously some dualists believe that the consciousness and the brain are two different things, and one that the brain is sort of the way that the immaterial consciousness interfaces with reality, but they're separate things. It kind of like somebody who's kind of like a driver and then the car they're driving. They're two separate entities. The car, you can't run the car without the person in it, and if you damage the car in certain ways, you won't be able to operate it in certain ways. But not true. It's pretty much established in neuroscience. Consciousness emerges from the brain. I mean, that's pretty much a fact at this point.
I just said not I was just kind of humming along, but it'll be interesting to see where they take it. But since it's
I think it's going to be an interesting discussion.
It'll be on the theist side, so I'm sure this is going to somehow connect to the nature of the soul, if it exists. Now, this is where emergent properties comes in, right? Where consciousness and self-awareness is an emergent property of the brain. Do theists tend to honestly deal with that reality?
Let me see if I can find. No, I've got where the hell? There it is. I've got a paper here. I hate saying that word because I sound like standing. I've got some literature here, and I'm just going to read the little snippet that I pulled. And I didn't find this until I read all the way to the end, because I actually read the whole fucking thing. And I can put this in the side chat for you guys, because this is actually a really, really interesting paper. It talks about literature, my bad. It talks about how consciousness meets literally all of the criteria of an emergent feature of a complex system. And so the guy who wrote it says, quote, in some or proposed solution to the explanatory gap is that first, the emergence of phenomenal consciousness has a scientific explanation that adheres to and is consistent with the principles of emergence in the rest of nature. A close consideration of the special features of consciousness shows
just freeze?
That these features fit all, thereby confirming. Did I freeze?
Yeah, he's cutting out a little bit.
I have to step away for 3 minutes. I don't know if you can see. It's kind of a blurry photo, but I have an issue outside I have to go deal with.
I have raccoons. This is the time of the war of the raccoons.
I'll be back.
All right.
Are raccoons and cats fighting?
Oh, man.
Thor had not fell in the wall. Well, Loki was bullshitting. So, okay. Cats are okay.
Okay.
Well,
Loki
can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
I can.
Okay.
I was just wondering if it was my Bluetooth connection.
No, it's me. I don't know what the fuck's going on. But at the end of it is thereby confirming that consciousness is a complex systems phenomenon, and that it is not just one thing arising from one cause, such as a new fundamental physical force of nature. So essentially, the paper says that consciousness is something that you cannot reduce it to one part of, or one thing in, or one process of the brain. It emerges from all of those processes and all of those parts working together. Then you get this larger pattern emerging from that we call consciousness, and consciousness without a physical reality, because our consciousness is our perception of physical reality. You also have to have some sort of hardware there that collects all that stimuli, that processes that stimuli, that receives it and stores it. And that's what consciousness is. You have to have a brain, and you also have to have a physical reality around it from which you can receive information and process that information in order to produce what we call consciousness. If you lost your eyes, your ears, if you lost all of your senses, and not just the five that we know of, because there's more than that, if you lost literally all the senses it has, you probably wouldn't be conscious. Because there would be nothing for you to perceive. You would be perceiving nothing.
Or if that happened when you were like newly born, you would probably never develop consciousness.
Exactly.
But you would only be kind of locked into your previous awareness of consciousness.
Mm-hmm. So if that happened to me right now, I would only be aware of the things that I am now, and wouldn't. Eventually, what you know would just start to wither away because you aren't receiving any new information or anything like that.
Isn't there a disease called locked-in disease?
I actually don't know, but because of losing all of your sensory organs and all the sensory stimulation, all that activity that brain.
I'm only getting half of what you're saying because of the interrupts, the internet.
Ceased it.
Yeah, same here. I can't hear a lot of what he's saying. He's breaking up.
Yep.
That sucks. Where's he calling from?
He's in his house, so I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, he's usually quite clear.
Got that taken care of.
Michael, do you know when I texted you about that video about the self-signaling shit?
Do I know when? Nope.
Yeah, it was like several months ago.
Oh, that was like, I don't remember anything from like 2 days ago.
God damn it, Michael.
I know. Yep.
Don't you guys grow old, okay? I'm telling you now, you don't want to do it.
I don't have a choice, man. Time is a fucking bitch, and I hate it. Memory
is the second thing to go.
I don't care if I get old, as long as Emilia Clarke doesn't get old. That's all I care about.
She's going to get old. Those boobs are going to become saggy. Ass isn't going to hold its shape.
I don't care. I don't know about that. I'm not even going to comment. Nope. You're not going to get me to do it. It's not going to happen.
Come on, just say it.
Nope.
Mm-mm. Come on, you're usually more impulsive than this.
Okay, so tell me a little more about self-signaling. Maybe I'll find it.
They use specific proteins to either proteins or small molecules to determine if they're part of the same species or if they're different species. I'm trying to remember when I saw this fucking video, but I don't remember. But I don't remember when the person I listened to had this fucking talk. What the fuck? I don't think it was 4 years ago. I think it was 6 years ago.
Was it iBiology?
It was iBiology.
Well, let's see. And you want to give me some clues?
Ian. I love it.
I think it was a girl that did
the girls. I keep getting older, but they stay the same age.
I think it was a girl.
All right.
Speed, I really did get your Timmy fell in the well reference.
Oh, you did? Okay. So you're old enough.
Oh, hell, yes, I'm old enough.
Yeah. The kids probably don't get it.
My grandson turns 1 year old next week.
Oh shit! Nice.
Oh wow.
He's a boy. I tell you what.
Hello.
My great nephew turned 17 today.
Wow.
Yeah.
The great ones, huh?
The great ones, and I have great ones.
Goodness gracious.
Yep.
Gracious goodness. Goodness gracious. Great balls of fire.
That's because in northern Minnesota they breed like rabbits. I think they start breeding at around 8 years old. I think.
Yeah.
That's a little fucked up. I don't think an 8-year-old male produces sperm.
Well, when you live in a trailer park,
They might be premature, but it's still there.
Well, so what you're saying is if you got trailer park genes, you can breed that young.
yeah.
Fuck yeah. It's America.
No, they started around 16, 17, that sort of thing. Yeah. As soon as they can. They start as soon as they can.
8 and 7-year-olds are just the playing grounds.
Okay, iBiology, any of those?
I closed out YouTube. Hopefully that stops bogging down my computer and I stay. Because I've got a good signal.
Did you find it, Michael?
Okay. So signaling, iBiology.
When are you going to do OBS, dude? So we can use Google Meet. We don't have to worry about this shitty-ass fucking slow shit.
Actually, Brainbug kind of showed me something today. He's got a script that Critical Cripple wrote for him.
Yeah, that Dave wrote for. Yeah, he hacked into StreamYard. Yep, I know that.
Yeah, the problem with OBS Studio is that setting up guests is really a bit, but he has a script for doing it rather rapidly. But I got to figure all that stuff out. I haven't figured it out.
Next Saturday it'll be 4 p.m. here. I will be having a discussion with that big old meaty poopy head Steve, because he uses Google Meet and he also uses OBS Studio. So he's gonna show me the ropes on how to work with that. So, because my MacBook should be in this week. If it's not, I'm gonna be fucking pissed.
So I have a potential.
Just be like, yeah, just teach me anyway. I'll write shit down.
Oh, Jesus. Where the fuck is the video?
Okay, check this out. Oh, is that it?
So do I have a moment? I need to talk to Nathan about something.
Go ahead.
So Nathan, that banner you made me for my Twitter, can you make a few slight modifications to it?
Oh, what's up?
So you know how you have the original one and then next to it the mirrored version?
Mm-hmm.
Can you cut out the original one and just keep the mirrored one, but make that the same size, 1500 long by 500 tall in pixels? I'm assuming you could do that. The other thing I wanted to know is if you could take the fierce out, since that mirrored. I don't know if you would be able to take that out and then write it back in so that it's not mirrored. If not, then just send me the picture resized, and I have another friend who could probably find somebody that can pull out the text. I don't know if you've got software that's capable of pulling out that text and allowing you to rewrite it. It doesn't have to be the same font if you can do it. It doesn't have to be the same font. I just didn't know if you would be able to do that.
I could do it.
Did you post the thing in the chat, Michael?
Are you watching Immutable?
Yeah, I'm just as lost as you are. I don't know where the fucking video is.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm showing you a bunch of videos from iBiology on cell signaling.
What the fuck?
Wait, where did you find that?
I Googled it.
Hold on. Was it in a playlist?
I don't know. Yeah, I guess it is. Signaling playlist.
Well, that makes my life a fuck of a lot simpler.
Yeah, it does.
Hold on. I didn't know you could do that. Whoops.
Well, us old people have some tricks that you youngins don't have.
Yeah, some tricks. I'll fuck off.
We know how to use the Google.
I also got to be honest. I got to be honest here, Nathan. The way you held your cool, and I could tell that you were irritated in your voice, which I don't blame you, but you still held your cool compared to me and Rage when Smokey was going off on you. What was that, like Wednesday or Thursday or something?
Oh, yeah.
Shit like that. Yeah. When he tried to shame me for not going to make me feel bad about that. Never. There was nothing that anybody could ever say.
He was trying to shame
Not
you?
even her. Yes. It was funny because he was calling me.
Henry was.
Henry's a fucking douchebag. Like, there's no way. He's a tool. He calls himself a lefty atheist, but he goes in there and sucks all their dicks all day long. He's their pivot man for the Brotherhood. Henry is the Brotherhood's pivot man. That's what we're going to start calling him. Pivot. So when we're talking about Henry, we call him Pivot Man from now on.
I was going to call him but okay.
He was judging the movie, and he didn't see the movie, and he was saying, like, this is wrong. I didn't
see it. He's fucking stupid, you know?
Who, me?
That's why I was laughing. I'm like, you haven't even fucking seen the movie, but you're... No. Henry, Pivot Man. He was in there talking about cuties, and he literally straight up said he's never seen it. It's like, what the fuck? Yeah, first off, one more thing. If this lady doesn't have a British accent, because no.
Okay.
She reminds me of that lady that plays Doctor Who's wife on all those Doctor Who episodes. But I don't think that's her.
I'm gonna mute y'all. Immutable? Is this the video?
Yeah.
Is this the video?
Yeah.
What?
Well, wait, hold on. Let me see.
Because look at this. It says, did you know that bacteria speak to each other?
That might be it.
Okay.
That might be it.
Let me link it.
Let me not jump to conclusions.
Why not?
But I think this might be it.
I'd say if you can make the jump, then go ahead and jump to conclusions. If you can make it.
Yes, it is the video.
Clump to jump in.
Yeah.
Bonnie Bassler. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I need to learn more about this, because apparently this is this person's field.
Yep.
Hey, Jesus. Now my mind can be at ease. Oh, apparently she did two.
Otangelo was talking about this quorum sensing the other day on a video.
Okay, dude, are you gonna play this video or not?
No, we'd be copyright. Well, we'd be.
Well, we can play part of it.
It's actually pretty fucking cool.
Fair use, right?
Yeah, I mean, as long as we comment on it here and there.
I don't know.
I got to address a question.
You're kind of
so
blinking
for
out.
Ian, I don't know how many of Smokey's streams you've watched, but the guy in there whose screen name is just Henry, he's in Smokey's stream all the time. That's who we're talking about. Now we're calling him Pivot Man.
I don't know if I got any of that.
Yeah, you inside the mic here.
Did you want me to play this thing? Because, it's like long. So
Weren't we going to talk about Smokey and some of the stupid things Smokey's done this week?
Oh,
we
yeah.
can, yeah. he's been busy. He's been a busy boy.
Yeah.
He's been triggered.
Don't tell us the old man's
I think Batman scared him when Batman started talking about
homosexuals, and it's okay to kill 2% of the human population that's gay.
Right.
Which is funny because
they all should have said something.
Okay.
The thing is, Batman claims to be a teacher, but he's only a substitute teacher, so he's not really a teacher.
Yeah.
And I think he needs to be kept away from kids.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The man,
one and strangle him in the closet or cloakroom.
The thing is, what's ironic about him is he wears glasses, but he also claims, and he's also like fat, like really fat.
Mm-hmm.
But he claims about like the glory of like the human design and stuff like that, like the intestinal system and like the respiratory system, and also like how the eye is designed. And it's like, motherfucker, you're wearing glasses. That is shit.
Maybe he's into the adipose system.
Maybe.
I don't know what that is.
Fat.
Adipose? Yeah, adipose is fat. Adipose tissue is tissue that stores fat.
Oh, okay.
Just clicking through here. Ooh, that looks scary. That looks like some scary shit.
Well, the way his mind goes to pedophile at the drop of a hat, it's just he's dealing with some issues.
Yeah.
Smokey?
No, Mr. Batman. And really, he's a disgrace to the name Batman. I really think I think the internet needs to take his title away.
His original name used to be a lot better because he used to call himself Christian Hillbilly, which I agree with.
Well, that fits it.
That's exactly what he fucking was.
Yeah, I agree with you, Ian. I will watch like Rage's channel. And of course he spends a lot of time talking about Smokey, but I don't go on those channels voluntarily.
Yeah, that's
for
all you
any
have to
amount
do.
of time.
All you have to do is watch the rage. He manages to catch that, and I figure I'm going to let the rage deal with that sneaky piece of shit instead of bothering with him.
I think for me it's fun interacting like with the rage on his open night stream.
I don't.
I think it's fucking hilarious.
I think you need to stay the hell away from that crap. I don't know.
But dude, you see, you just don't like him, but you don't understand how fucking hilarious it is to trigger the shit out of Smokey and how easily it can be done. All you got to do is be a chick with big tits and come in or see his stream with a bra on, and he's fucking triggered for the next 3 days.
Yeah, but you just watch the rage. He'll pick out the good stuff. You don't have to go in there and like give him any credence at all. I mean,
there's not giving him credence.
Yeah, you are. That's exactly what he wants, is to bring you guys.
Rage,
that's not what he wants.
I can understand why people don't like the rage, but you gotta understand, like, when this guy came into the community, he was a lot fucking worse. And I mean a lot worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now he has Mr. Batman on, and it's Challenge Batman and Smokey.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
No.
Yeah. Nicholas and a couple other people. So.
I'm not going to engage with Batman. He's a pretty sub bad Hoban clone.
Yeah, and he's got Brett Keane in there, so.
No, I really could do better because just Mr. Batman's just a freaking clown.
I just don't want to give him any attention. I mean, Christ, I give him enough with. We'll give him enough going over his debate with David Neff, which I think was something that we could validly dig our teeth into. But as far as engaging in all this bullshit, the man needs to go away.
Yeah, because I actually do want to hear like his argument against naturalism.
Yeah, I do too. And I'm interested in those kinds of arguments and analyzing.
I sort of know what it is, and it's not very good.
It's long and the short of it.
It's based on evolution.
It's pretty much, you don't know that there's not supernatural stuff out there.
Oh, yeah. Christ.
Pretty weak.
Yeah, the thing is, like, Hitchens' razor, that which can be asserted without evidence can be dismissed without evidence.
Very well put.
Like, really, that's all it comes down to. I can say magical fucking dragons exist, but until the day that I can demonstrate any evidence like that's indicative to their existence, they probably don't fucking exist.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the problem. The problem is you see the world in black and white. People like to see the world in color, and that's what they argue about all the time.
No, I
see it in color. I'm sorry, you probably don't know that song. Well, Scott probably knows that song because he sounds like he's from the South, but I doubt the rest of you know Jamie Johnson.
Well, I'm from the South, but I don't know Jamie Johnson.
You don't know that? What?
How old is that song?
In Color? Oh,
yeah.
Shit. Did that come out in the 90s? I don't know. I'm going to have to look it up here.
The country I knew was in the 70s. So
no, it was released in 08. Dude, Jamie Johnson is classic. Well, he's not classic, but he sings like not because there's country and then there's country or CUNTRY music, and that's what country is today. It's country.
Country.
Yeah, country.
Well, see, I think the stuff that I was forced to listen to by my mother when we would drive everywhere was George Jones.
Yeah. Oh, good old Possum.
That's right. The Hank Williams Jr.
Bo
Cephas. And I mean, Tom T. Hall was one. Probably most people know. Oh, you do know that name?
Mm-hmm. I think I've heard like maybe one song, and I don't know the name of it. Can I even think of how it goes?
I think the only Southern singer my mom introduced me to, like as a child, was I think Garth Brooks.
Garth Brooks pretty good though. I've got a really
80s and 90s.
I've got a really unpopular opinion about country music, and that's that. Oh Jesus, I just lost the name. Oh, Alan Jackson is just as good, if not better, than George Strait.
My mom bought me a Bob Dylan album instead.
Bob Dylan?
Surprisingly, my mother introduced me to Aerosmith, which probably turned me on like to a lot of rock and roll and heavy metal genres. Aerosmith was my gateway into rock and roll.
I'm the only one who grew up on hip hop.
I heard hip hop, but I don't know the industry very well.
It depends what you mean by like hip hop. I mean, are we talking like Justin Timberlake or like who?
Like Justin Timberlake.
What is a Justin Timberlake?
Timberlake could be considered hip hop to an extent.
Some of his songs, yeah.
Justin who?
JT, Justin Timberlake.
Who the fuck is that?
Fucking with your old decrepit ass. Why don't you go back and listen to your Frank Sinatra, huh?
Hey, do not.
No, Frank Sinatra's good.
He was the chairman of the board.
I listen to fucking alternative. I don't listen to Justin fucking Timberlake.
Oh, alternative. So like like Sum 41 and Matchbox. Like 90s alternative rock and pop punk. That's the stuff. Like
how about 2020s alternative?
Probably not.
Yeah.
Was Justin Timberlake in the Backstreet Boys or something?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
That's pretty good. Fuck off.
And then he went solo, and then acting and
pop bubblegum bullshit.
And he got married, and that was it.
Oh, bubblegum.
The only song I like from the Backstreet Boys is "I Want It That Way," which is actually a pretty damn good song.
Hey, when I was younger, I was the biggest Backstreet Boy fan, man. It was a shame. It was so embarrassing because I was black, and I had a bunch of black friends, and I had to keep it a secret. So I would go.
There's only one other person that's gonna know this name, and that's probably Scott. But dude, I've been made fun of for liking Paula Cole.
Who?
Paula Cole. One of her most famous songs. Where have all the cowboys gone?
Oh, no,
I never.
That sounds similar to like a song I remember hearing from Shrek 2. It's like, oh god, where have all the good men gone? Jesus, what the fuck is the name of the song?
Got another one that I really like. But I also listen to Alanis Morissette. I mean, come on, you cannot go wrong with Alanis Morissette, though.
Oh, Ian. Me and you need to like hang out, get some beers. Aerosmith, Chili Peppers, Bon Jovi, Metallica. Fuck yeah!
I mean, I'll join you guys if you throw some Blue Oyster Cult in there, and maybe some ELO. I fucking love ELO. Come on now.
Oh man, Metallica. God, they had so many good fucking songs.
Oh god, who am I? Well, Bob Dylan is one. Oh fuck me. Fuck. Why am I drawing? And fuck me. Eric Clapton. There we go. Oh, god.
Oh yeah. Clapton. I was listening to some Blue Oyster Cult in the car coming back up from Waco today.
Which song? It was either the Reaper or it was
it was the Reaper.
Okay, that's my favorite. The other one, god damn it, why can I not think of it? Fuck me. Oh my god, really? Leo's
getting old before his time.
I am. Shit. What the fuck is the name of that song? God damn it, I can't think of it.
No, I have to have that song down.
America is another band I like. Oh, I love America. Horse with No Name. Yeah. Ventura Highway. Yeah. Sister Golden Hair. Come on.
Oh yeah, Ventura Highway. I remember that one.
Ventura Highway in the sun.
How do I not have the song
where the days are longer, the nights are stronger than moonshine. I'm sorry.
You know, I was gonna put that in my playlist, but I'm just gonna have you sing it.
How do I not have the song not downloaded on my phone? Master of Puppets by Metallica. God, such a fucking classic song from them.
Okay,
I went to a Mammoth National Park today down in Waco where they have like 16 Colombian mammoths that were, I guess, drowned in a flash flood. It was really neat to see.
Wow.
Because they basically covered up the dig site and left a bunch of them in there.
That's cool.
That was pretty cool. I'm starting to like Waco more and more, Speedy.
Okay.
I'm starting to like Waco more and more. Geologically, it's very significant.
Yeah.
They've got all sorts of, specimens from when Texas used to be part of that inland sea.
Yep.
And then they have a lot of indigenous American and old, big like saber-tooth, camels, and all sorts of cool things.
Hey, I'm putting something in private. Yeah. I'm putting something in private chat, Leo. You are forbidden to say what I'm putting in private chat.
Okay.
I'm putting it in there
Give Texas another like 8 to 12 years, and it'll be a great place to live, because Texas is actually much more blue, I guess you could say, which I don't like. It's much more progressive than a lot of people think. It really is.
Yeah.
And that's why Texas, this election, I still think it's probably going to end up going Trump, but not by my like 1.2 to 1.8 points, which doesn't matter. Because then he'll take all, because it's winner take all, so he'll take all the electoral votes. But if Biden takes Texas, it doesn't matter if he takes like Pennsylvania or Wisconsin. I still bet he'll take Wisconsin. Pennsylvania, I can see Biden winning Pennsylvania. Ohio, probably not. Florida, Biden's got a better chance to take Georgia than he does Florida at this point.
Yeah, it could go either way. That's really sucks.
Michael,
listen to the polls, people. Get the fuck out and vote the fascist out of office. I understand it. Biden's not any better in terms of his policies. Nobody's saying he is. We all understand he's a neoliberal corporatist, but he's not a fascist. Neoliberal corporatism is a problem, but it's not quite the problem that fascism is. So let's get rid of the fascist, then we can focus back on the neoliberal corporatists. But we got to get rid of the fascists first, okay? Okay, great.
Okay, thank you.
Michael, you're breaking my heart here. We're not talking about car salesmen that live in a very specific area of the country or of a different country.
What?
We're not talking about car salesmen.
What? The fuck?
We're not talking about car salesmen.
I'm not hearing anything.
No, you're not.
I'm just going to remove somebody from the stream here.
I didn't say anything.
Yeah,
we'll explain it to you after the stream.
Huh?
We'll explain it to Leo after the stream.
No, we won't.
I will.
I can remove you from the internet.
You can remove me from the internet. What are you going to do? Send the lumberjack down here and cut my internet off?
I'm not going to tell you, because you'll see it coming. I want you to see it coming.
I had an interesting thing happen to me today on Twitter.
What's that? What did you say, Scott?
I was just saying you did reduce my appreciation for Waco a little, quite a little bit.
Right. Thought so.
Thanks a hell of a lot. I
had an interesting thing happen to me on Twitter today. I got blocked by some chick that lives in Venezuela because she kept trying to say that Venezuela's communist, and I expressly laid out how the fuck it's not even remotely communist. And she said, well, you don't live here. You're just ignorant. You don't know what you're talking about. And I'm like, okay, did you have an argument? Did you have a response, a cogent rebuttal, or were you just going to hurl ad hominems at me the whole time? And then I went off again. Okay, so I asked her the question, okay, so does Venezuela have a centralized government body? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, they're not communist. Simple as that. There is no centralized government body. There's no centralized state in a communist society. It was fucking insane. It's the amount of dumbasses on Twitter that I don't get it. I don't get it. And everybody's, well, my grandparents came from whatever European country that was communist. Oh, the communists took over. It's like, no, those weren't communists, buddy. Those were totalitarians. There's a huge difference. Two completely different ends of the political spectrum. My God, some people are dumb. And then they want to say, well, you're just an American. So what the fuck does that have to do with anything? It's almost like you can't accept that somebody who's not from your country knows more about your country than you do. By the way, Nathan, just get a hold of me if you need me to specify in more detail about the banner, unless you got everything down and you know what to do. And then just take it right on.
Well, I was about to say, well, I'm gonna have to crop it out to get the fit. So the background
as long as it's 1500 pixels wide by 500 tall and it looks good, I don't care. But I do want the mirrored one, because the other one is her if you were looking at her in a mirror. And I don't like that. I want whereas the one that you did when you did the mirroring, that one is her as if you were like standing in front of her looking at her. So that's why that's the one I want. And if you can get the word fierce to flip in any way, if you got to rewrite it, whatever, cool. Just do what you got to do. As long as it's 1500 wide by 500 tall and fit Twitter bio or my Twitter cover, it'll be good.
Okay, I don't know what a Kwamari Turnbolt is, but it's probably PMARS. So if you tell me who you are and you convince me that you're not D Mars, I don't know what a combined turn bolt is. So I'm not going to let it
in.
By the way, Nathan, you did a great job on these
type whatever the
hyenas.
fuck you just said.
What? What?
I was saying, Nathan, you did a great job on these hyenas for the cover.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna make that into the cover art.
Here's a playlist for you guys. This is a real playlist, basically.
You have an iPhone 5? Wow.
Huh?
You're fucking old.
Vampire Weekend, New Radicals. Sponge. I suppose Sponge is before your time.
The Fratellis?
The Fratellis, yeah. Henrietta and what else?
David Bowie. Can't go wrong with David Bowie.
China Girl. Wheat is
the police is good. Oh yeah.
In Excess is timeless. I got an
album. Elvis
Presley.
I saw you had some of the Police up there too. That's pretty good.
I had the Police, yeah.
Oh, the Wallflowers. That's a good band.
Silver Sun Pickups. The Killers. Jake Bug is good. Yeah.
You do have some Johnny Cash, don't you?
I have his cover of Marilyn Manson's song, I think.
You got any Conway Titty?
What the hell was that song? What did he cover of Marilyn Manson's? Oh, no, not Marilyn Manson, but the industrial band. What's his name?
Oh, Matchbox 20. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No.
REM. Modest Mouse.
Johnny Cash did some really good covers of like Soundgarden.
Oh, you have Pixies. Where's My Mind? That's a good song.
Fucking A, Bob Dylan.
Joker Man. That's a good.
Flesh for Lulu. Do you know those? It's a 90s alternative.
Rod Stewart.
That's a pretty bizarre shit.
Rod Stewart. Yeah. Who doesn't like a little Rod Stewart?
Oh, here you go. Yeah, hey, Vampire Weekend.
Soft Cell, Tainted Love. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a good shit. The Killing Moon, Echo and the Bunny Man. I read that. Midnight Oil.
It's a nice
day. Good Australian
white
band.
wedding.
You must know Midnight Oil.
Oh, Chumbawamba. Who doesn't like Chumbawamba?
I love Chumbawamba. Marcy Playground. I saw a lot of these bands in concert. I saw the Goo Goo Dolls.
All right.
I saw the Goo Goo Dolls 3 times, I think.
First
Avenue and like a big concert. Yeah, there's a lot of weird shit here. It's pretty eclectic.
I like George Ezra's song Shotgun. That's not the only one.
Tub something.
Got a little Phil Collins. Dire Straits. Ooh, Dire Straits.
Is that Talking Heads? Talking Heads is good.
That's some 80s shit.
Yeah, a lot of 80s stuff. I love 80. Matchbox 20 I love.
Matchbox 20 is good. 3 a.m. is good.
You've got I Melt With You. That's pretty.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Sister.
Yeah. Tears for Fears. Oh, yeah.
Good stuff. Anyway.
You don't have any fucking Madonna? Wow. Queer.
I don't think I don't lean pop at all, but I mean, there's some Madonna stuff I think I listen to that I like, but I don't know.
Oh, I love Chicago, Ian Chin, if you're still out there.
No, Chicago's good.
And then the Carpenters, she was good. Karen Carpenter had a nice silky voice.
You need to get some Alanis Morissette there, Speed.
I think I had some somewhere. I pick up a lot of really dark, archaic things off of Netflix series and stuff. You know, the music at the end, I always tag it.
Oh, yeah. There's what is the name of the band? God damn it. Give me a second here. The song is Massive Attack. You ever heard of that band? They got a song called Paradise Circus. That is, I think if you like music that's not like evil, like makes you want to like go kill people, but it's got almost like a little bit of a darker flow to it, but still is like a really good song. And
is it English?
Oh yeah, no, it's English. It's
like England English.
I don't know.
British.
I don't know.
It sounds familiar, but I always like the theme song to Luther, which is a British PBS. Not PBS, a British BBC series.
Yes.
And
you are correct. Massive Attack are an English musical group formed in 1988 in Bristol, England.
So I got somebody in the back room. I got somebody in the back room named Kwamari Turnbull. Who the hell is that?
You need to type that in the chat because I do not. Oh, Kwamari Turnbull. I don't fucking know. Let him in. We can kick him out if we don't like him.
No, it's
No,
probably
he might
porn bomb me. I had no idea
I'm
who
gonna
it
get
is.
porn bombed.
If I don't know you, I'm just not really inclined to fucking.
Wow. Well, what if it's somebody that we do know? What if it's somebody new and they want to come in and chat?
They could type in the chat, though.
They could talk to me a little bit, or at least put something in chat so I know where they're at.
Wow, Ian knows Massive Attack. Cool. So he probably knows the song Paradise Circus. The flow of the music is not. It's not dark. Well, dark is the word I use to describe it, but not like evil or like just weird dark. But the song, the lyrics, oh man, they're so fucking good.
Yeah, that song is the theme song to the series Luther.
It is?
Yeah.
It's a love song.
Who's it by?
It's called Paradise Circus by Massive Attack. It's honestly one of the best songs I've ever heard. Just the way that it flows, and the lyrics. God, it's so fucking good.
I agree.
And for a love song, the way that song oh my God, just brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
And Ian looks like he's a fan. And Ian, is that Teardrops a Massive Attack song?
Yeah,
okay.
he said above that. In right here, Kwamari Turnbolt. So that's YTV yes or Anima Kids No VSAP. I don't know who the fuck that is. They put that in the YouTube chat.
Yeah, I don't know what a Kwamari Turnbolt is either.
Well, if they want to tell us why they want to come in, what they want to talk about, if they're a theist or an atheist, that would be.
Ooh.
Yeah. So who the fuck is Khruangbin and Leon Burgess?
What?
I've got two songs by Texas Sun. It must be. It's something I picked up off Netflix.
Yep. Yes, that is a theme song for Luther. Oh, such a good fucking song.
Really, man.
I also like the theme song to Peaky Blinders.
Oh, how about Gil Scott Heron?
Who?
What? Gil
Scott Heron. Me and the Devil.
I got to throw one on you guys. John Mayer.
Yeah, a lot of.
Everybody likes John Mayer. Come on now.
The ladies love John Mayer.
You know what his favorite type of music is? It's actually not pop, it's blues, but he said there's more money in pop. That's why he did it. And if you listen to some of the blues stuff that he's done, holy fuck, that guy's talented.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
There's another band that's coming up that they're kind of, I don't know how what category I want to put them in, but it's called Geowulf, GEOWULF, and they've got some pretty good music.
Okay, Gil Scott Heron. This is from some. Who the hell is from some? Let's see the words.
I got to run to the bathroom. I'll be back in a second.
Where's that from? I'll get nailed if I run it too long. That's from a series. What is it?
I don't know. Well, I'm sure you could Google that.
Yeah.
Me and the Devil.
It's a really great song, and he's got some other ones that are really good. And I'll look it up. In the Devil series.
Oh, it's Dark.
Oh, okay.
That's that German series, right?
Yeah. I think
time travel or time loop.
Oh, I got Wikipedia. Devil Blues. Oh, that's something else. Shit. It's got why can I not find the series that's associated with it? Let's see. He's got some really good shit. Oh no, official, okay. What the hell? Official HD video. Let's see. No, that's not it. Damn. Damn if I know. Where the hell did everybody go? Mutable here? Muted.
I'm still here.
I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, everyone got quiet.
Everybody got quiet.
Well, I was Googling music stuff. Leo had to go to the loo, shall we say. And Nathan, he's just his usual chill self.
Yeah.
When he does say something, we lean in and listen because it's wise like E.F. Hutton, which is an old reference, I know.
Yeah, I haven't got much energy today. Did a hell of a hangout on Braybug's channel today at 1. That was pretty cool. That was awesome. Themes.
What was the subject?
We were talking about arthropod evolution and just creationist memes. We went through it. We just had a kind of a wide-ranging talk. Talked a little bit about arthropod evolution and a whole bunch of other shit. So I'll be damned if they're gonna tell me the fucking series that is a theme song for up. Because my sister knew
Well, I was going to say, Speed, that I found a YouTube channel with Kwamari Turnbolt is the handle on it. It's got like 48 subscribers, and then there's somebody making a comment. Is that YTV yes or Anima Kids no? Which is a weird. Well, I say weird. It's an unusual handle, but they're down in the comments as well. So
some little kid, maybe.
I don't know.
Like who's doing what?
Can you link the channel? We found the Kwamari Turnbull channel. So.
Yeah, so see if there's anything about. There's nothing about location Egypt. They joined in March of 2020. They joined YouTube, at least under that particular username.
Yeah.
There's about it all looks like Walt Disney clips and stuff. Nickelodeon, so it must be a kid. Yeah. Well, I say it must be. I don't know. I'm not.
Yeah, we'll be
sure.
safe.
No kids allowed, sorry.
Yeah.
This isn't an 18+ room. This is like a 21+ room, or at least 25+.
45.
21+.
45+. You youngins shouldn't be listening to this shit.
I'm not
really. Leo has an old soul. Well, excuse me, an old emergent property.
Yeah.
A neural network.
Alrighty, let's see if I can pull my YouTube up without causing problems.
See, I love to use the word soul in a metaphoric sense. Especially if I'm in love with someone, then I will use the word soul quite freely. But it's hard not to get caught up into the, materialism, the naturalism. But hopefully, other atheists know what I'm talking about. When I say talk about soul.
The only time I really feel bad about talking about souls is when I told girls that are just especially bitchy on certain days of the week, yeah, you're a soulless fucking bastard. Which I don't usually have to say. Those situations are a dime a dozen.
Oh, hell.
If you say that to somebody, be ready to lose a friendship.
I don't know what's going on right now.
Don't worry. You don't need to. All of what you need to know will be revealed to you after the stream. Much to Michael's dismay.
Okay. Got really quiet.
Well, I was quiet because I don't know if it's my new headphones or what, but it seemed like Immutable's sound wasn't coming through to me very well.
Was it? Was it not?
No, but I don't know what it is. If, like I said, I got these new headphones, and this is my first time trying them out. So
I don't fucking know, man. I don't know.
Gil Scott Huron had the Black Panther. Was the music for the official trailer of the Black Panther?
Oh, I did not know that.
Revolution will not be televised. So that was his. He's an old dude. Pretty cool looking dude.
Yeah, that's so.
Yeah.
Ever since what was the guy? He was with Soundgarden. Chris Cornell. He was with Soundgarden and one other band, but he put together a band or several, or he teamed up with somebody from Nirvana and put a group together called Audio Slave. And
Audio Slave's got some pretty good stuff.
I know. Yeah. I cannot believe. To me, Chris Cornell's a pure genius. I just really get into his stuff. He's so raw and primal. Dark.
Really?
Black Hole Sun.
Yeah, Audio Slave's the one that sung the song "Like a Stone." I'm pretty sure. That's a good song.
Yes, it is a good song. There's one called "Gasoline" about a guy cooped up in the house, has to get out and drive around, or he'll go crazy. I think everybody can identify with that.
Mm-hmm.
It was almost prophetic. I think we need to canonize Saint Chris Cornell. But Black Hole Sun, or does it? Yeah, Black Hole Sun. That's a really.
Was that Audio Slave?
Audio Slave, yeah. Well,
that's
say that.
90s. That's 90s, right?
Yeah, I say that, but
was it Audio Slave? I thought it was Soundgarden.
It might be Soundgarden because now I recall that I downloaded some of Soundgarden.
Yeah, Black Hole Sun, I think is Soundgarden.
Yeah, I believe you're right.
That was good.
Which is also a good band.
Oh,
and everybody's favorite YouTube.
One not English band that is kind of like heavy rock and roll, but I forget. I don't always understand the lyrics because I don't speak the language. Rammstein.
Oh yeah. Du hast mich.
Oh yes, that's one of my favorites.
My favorite songs from them are Angel and Fire Fry, which are just fucking badass songs.
So the only concert I almost got killed at was Butthole Surfers.
I don't even want to know.
How does that work, Michael?
Almost getting killed?
How do you surf a butthole?
How do you surf buttholes, Michael? Teach me.
Well, that's I think that's what everybody was trying to find out when they squashed this. But one girl got hauled out in a stretcher with a broken neck from that concert in Minneapolis.
Is that anything like smoking crack? Is that anything like doing lines off 100 Bath?
Kind of, yeah. Butthole surfing, yes.
You want to talk about lines, you fucking loser? I woke up to your mom ripping dick dingers off my foreskin. Tell her to keep her hands off my scoops. I bet nobody knows the show I just quoted. None of you fucking degenerates. Letter Kenny problems.
You, so hey.
Oh, shit. I'm trying to think. There was a really weird band back in the 90s, and they were...
That's like every 90s band ever, Michael. You're going to need to be a little more specific.
Yeah, they had the strangest fucking music, and people just listened to it, and they were like, what the fuck? But they had like one hit song, I think. Shit.
One hit wonder, huh?
They had a lot of music, and they were just a bunch of dudes that got together and just tried to fuck with people by making strange music. And
Blink 182.
Blink-182 has pretty good music.
I mean, are we referring to like Skrillex? Are we referring to who?
I don't know, man.
I mean, I can think of a few others. I just need some time. The guys that did, oh, geez, what is their name?
Crash Test Dummies.
System of a Down, Chop Suey. Oh, somebody help me.
No, dude, System of a Down had a bunch of good ones. They had Toxicity. Was Toxicity done by them or Serge Tankian? I think that was done by System of a Down. What's the other one? I gotta look some of these up because I know they've got a lot of really good songs, but I can't remember if some of them. Aerials is another good one that they did. God, there's another one. Jesus Christ!
Yeah,
no, actually, I think a couple of them were. But Serge Tankian,
another one of them.
Serge Tankian had a lot of pretty good music that he did on his own too.
Yeah, BYOB is a good song from System of a Down, one that I like.
Seether is a really good band that I like. I like them a lot. And naturally, Linkin Park.
Linkin Park had a few good songs.
Oh, Linkin Park had a lot of good songs.
They got better later, but some of their shit was.
I don't know anymore.
I mean, let's see. In the end, One Step Closer.
In the end, One Step Closer. I like Shadow of the Day. That's newer. What's the other one? Heavy was another one that came out later that was good. What's the one I'm thinking of? God damn it. New Divide was a good one. 21 Guns is a good one. Fuck, what's the one that I'm thinking of? God damn it.
3 Days Grace is a good example of a band that's like later music was better than their. I think like their later music is better than like their older stuff.
So does the name Steely Dan mean anything to anybody?
I've heard of it vaguely, but yeah.
Yeah, they're from the 70s, and then Donald Fagen went solo for a while, and what was that song? It was about like a guy seducing a girl by inviting her into an old fallout shelter that his dad built.
Oh yeah,
a great blues song.
What was that called?
It'll come to me in a minute.
I got a song that everybody here should know. Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good
I love
one.
that song.
Unfortunately, I do not know that song.
Oh, my God, guys.
Never heard about it either.
Just look up Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. It's longer. It's like 5 or 6 minutes long, maybe 7. But it's a good song, and it's historically accurate about the wreck. Mm-hmm. And there was a ship called the Edmund Fitzgerald that wrecked on one of the Great Lakes. Like I want to say Lake Huron, but I don't know. No,
it was Lake Superior.
There you go. Yeah.
Who did that song?
I can't remember the name.
Okay, we went to his concert, and he was like 45 minutes late. He showed up drunk on his ass, and did a horse.
Gordon Lightfoot.
Yeah.
Right, Gordon Lightfoot. Yeah, we saw.
And around that time too, there was a guy named Jim Croce that wrote that song
Jim
about
Croce,
you don't big or Leroy Brown. Don't mess with Superman. Yeah.
There was another one that he
Jim
did.
Croce.
Oh my God! Hold on.
If I could save time in a bottle. The first thing that I want to... I'm not going to sing. Sorry. I broke out trying to sing.
Another one by him, I Got a Name. That's a good one.
I Got a Name. That's a good one. No. I had his greatest hits album for the longest time.
He died
on LP.
Right.
Yeah, he did.
His career, yeah.
Yeah, I think maybe the one of the longest songs I've heard, like from songs I listen to, is Vicarious by Tool. And the song's that's a long one. It's like 7 or 8 minutes long. It's like, Jesus. Wow.
I can hear it whistling down the road.
I know one of the longest songs I ever heard was Bye Bye Miss American Pie.
Oh, yeah.
No, MacArthur Park. That was a really long one, too.
Does My Morning Jacket ring a bell for anybody?
Not for me.
My Morning Jacket. It's a good band. Touch Me, I'm Going to Scream, Part 2. Just have a listen.
So there was a part 1. And Anna-Gata-Da-Vida, that was a long one too. It took up a whole album, or most of an album.
Freebird's pretty long.
Yeah.
You ever heard about Nathan and the Flames? That was a pretty good one back in the days too.
I have not. I will have to. You know, we should be typing all these songs into private chat.
Yeah, no.
I could have such a baller playlist.
Yeah.
Oh well.
I don't know. Maybe you guys disagree. Fall Out Boys had pretty good songs.
Oh yeah, yeah, they did.
I'll have to take your word for it. Let's see. Fall Out Boys. Okay, let's repeat every song we've talked about tonight.
Hey, here's Butthole Surfers.
Okay,
What?
Fall Out.
I'm looking up weird bands from the 90s. And
What does it mean?
Ian, you're right. Linkin Park and Jay-Z remixes were great.
I can only imagine what a crossover between the two artists might be like.
Here it is. It's called Ween. Have you ever listened to Ween? You'll not want to listen to them at first, but if you listen to enough of them, they fuck your mind up. They're incredible. They have
How about Lucas Nelson and the Promise of the Real? Willie Nelson's son. Nobody?
The Promise of the Real or Rio?
Real. Like REAL.
Oh.
I found him.
Anybody ever hear of Marty Robbins?
No.
No. Well, he's saying pretty much all cowboy ballads, and there were a few that were pretty darn good. But cowboy ballads, you just have to take them 2 or 3 at a time.
Okay.
Otherwise,
Ween had a song on the radio called "Push the Little Daisies," and then they had one called "Piss Up a Roll, Don't Shit Where You Eat," "Waving My Dick in the Wind," and "Bananas."
Okay.
Anybody know Kathleen Edwards?
Oh God, what is the name of that song? You guys are reminding me of like one of the more interesting songs I've heard. Oh, it's not Blink 182. It's a really fucking. Oh man, where's the song?
Kathleen Edwards has some good music. God, what's her name? Why am I trying to blank on this right now? I don't know fucking how. Because she's pretty goddamn attractive.
Oh God, what is the name of the fucking song?
I have to look this the fuck up because I don't know how the fuck I'm drawing a blank on this.
And when the name comes to you, put it in private chat.
It just did. Casey Musgraves.
I think it's. Oh, there it is. Yeah, there it is. A song called "Everything Is All Right" by Motion City Soundtrack. It's actually a pretty good song, and there's a history behind it because the author who used to do it, who's part of that band, like every other song he wrote, like he had a very serious like drug addiction to like alcohol and all. Was
this a fairly popular song?
It's a fairly popular song. Like it's one of the more well-known songs from the band. It's called "Everything Is All Right" by Motion City
Soundtrack. I'm gonna try to listen to a few minutes of it, see if I recognize it.
You probably haven't.
That sounds really familiar. Like that just pulled something out of the depths of my memory. That's got a good tune to it, though.
Anybody ever hear of Little River Band?
John Coltrane, 50 minutes? 50-minute song? Little River Band is familiar for some reason.
Anybody like Paramore?
They're Australian. Ian, if he's still here, should recognize that name.
Midnight Oil's Australian.
What about Paramore?
That's a band?
Yeah.
For those of you that are more heavy metal, for those of you that are more heavy metal inclined, Avenged Sevenfold.
Oh, A7X are not bad.
Avenged Sevenfold had a lot of good hits.
Mm-hmm. Better than Slipknot.
Let's see, Disturbed, Pantera, which I can argue in some songs were better than Metallica.
We've totally lost the thread.
Tantric's pretty good. They got some good stuff.
You mean we're supposed to still be talking about science, even though
Ah,
we drifted off into music?
Music.
I don't want to talk about science.
We're talking about musical science.
That's right.
Music time, baby.
Oh my
This is
God.
why people science is so they could have cool songs.
Yep.
Edgefest was in Canada too. How about that shit? Somerset, Wisconsin. Edgefest.
I'm trying to think of some
Saw a lot
more
of people there.
there. If you like electro house stuff, that's not like go fucking hard like Skrillex, which is more dubstep, but this would be more electro house or EDM, electro dance music. Black Mill is a band to look up. And if you like those classifications of music, EDM and electro house, you will fucking like Black Mill. And a lot of that stuff is really it's not like gonna put you to sleep relaxing, but it's just something that you can listen to, like if you're tripping out on shrooms or something.
Like Miracle or
Miracles is a song. Miracle is a song by Black Mill, I believe. Yes.
yeah.
There's also a different song that has that name. Oh, it gets used in this fucking like mouse commercial. I believe in miracles.
Oh yeah, that one. Who
Where are
sings
you
that?
from, you sexy thing?
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
I'm almost tempted to download that song just for the hell of it.
I'll have to tag that. I like Christian Crack.
Oh yeah, that one's by Hot Chocolate, I think.
So Hot Chocolate, I Believe in Miracles.
I think it's called. Isn't it called like You Sexy Thing or something like that? I don't know. I can't remember. What about?
If you look it up, you'll probably find out.
Let me throw this back to you with some old early 2000s hip hop. Outkast. I know Nathan knows Outkast.
Yes.
Everyone
should know Outkast.
Outkast is the shit.
So what genre is Christian Kraken? That thing that
What?
Christian Kraken.
Who is Christian Kraken?
Oh shit. I had it up on my screen. I played it. And
Kid
actually, they didn't flag me on this. And I think it's a
Kid
remix.
Cudi's another one. Kid Cudi is fucking good. I don't care what anybody says. Kid Cudi. Ooh, John Anthony's here. Somebody throw the link in the chat since I don't have my.
I threw a link in the chat.
No, you didn't. Not since John Anthony's. Not since John Anthony's. Not since John Anthony's been in the chat.
Right after
John Anthony came in, I put a link.
No, you didn't. It's
yes.
no,
I
now I can see it. Now I can see it.
I did. Okay.
Because before all I could see was John Anthony's giggity giggity and then hi John, and then I couldn't see anything else. I went back. Now I can see like the next 7. It does that on StreamYard. It does it in the private chat sometimes too. Another reason why I'm not a fan of StreamYard.
What? I can't find Christian Kraken? Who's Kraken? Who show me my Kraken song? Oh, I love it. Shows. Let's see. What else music?
Everybody should like at least like 5 songs from Fleetwood Mac.
Of course.
While you're drinking your ocean spray.
Okay, this is Christian Kraken. I will show you Christian. You guys have got it. I don't know what genre it is because I don't know the fucking difference between house and techno and all that bullshit.
Oh, what about Goo Goo Dolls? Anybody else like Goo Goo Dolls?
Yeah, I told you I saw them 3 times at First Avenue Bar in Minneapolis.
Did you? That's just so fucking cool. You're so cool.
Because bands, when they're coming up, they play at First Avenue, which is where Prince shot Purple Rain. That's where Prince got his start. And they were there, and it was pretty incredible. What the fuck? Oh, shit out of here. Sure, Christian Kraken. That one. I played that. That thing? Okay.
What the fuck is this? Oh, you've got some stuff from Mr. Suicide Sheep in there, huh?
I love this shit. This is what I usually play before streams. Not long enough. So what genre is that?
I don't know, but I'm gonna put a song. I'm putting a song in the chat for you.
Sounds like punk rock.
You did. There's a song. It's got the band or the two people that are in it, and then the name of the song in the private chat. Speed, you need to check that the fuck out. Like,
there's actually there's a really good song. I believe it's called "Seasons of Love," and there's like tons of people like who are part of that song. But it's like really a lot of people know the song itself.
Seasons of Love was the group or the song?
It's the name of the song, and various artists were responsible in performing it. It's made for a movie, I believe. But it's the whole 525,600 minutes, 525,000 long is your years thing.
What the fuck? This one? I Need Your Love?
No, type in Seasons of Love.
Yes.
What?
This song, you don't have to play it now, but you need to listen to a whole motherfucking song. I think you're gonna like that.
If you're wondering about the song I mentioned, type in Seasons of Love.
What genre is it? Tracy Chapman.
I can really explain it, but let's listen to it and you can give your opinion on it.
I like Tracy Chapman.
Yeah.
Okay, what is it again?
Seasons of Love. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to create a playlist, and it's going to be called the Hyena Playlist.
Yeah.
It's going to feature all these groups.
You got to put Christian Kraken in there, man.
Christian Kraken, okay.
Yeah, I'll give you a link.
It's not Christian music, is it?
No.
Okay.
Okay, I'll put it in main chat or private chat.
Either way, it's up to you.
I'll put it in main chat.
What do you want to let out there in the universe?
I want to let it out there in the universe.
Wait. Hold on.
I think it's a remix of Christian Kraken.
Ian, what song? You got to let us know what song you were dancing to, Ian.
Yeah, Ian, what do you dance to?
He said he was dancing to something. I don't know which one it was.
Christian Kraken. Okay.
I might get going soon.
Yep.
Yeah, holy shit, we've been going for almost 2 hours. Damn.
Yeah, we've probably exhausted our audience. I can't believe you guys are still fucking listening.
Oh, what is the name of that?
Okay, Ben Sports asks the question, why do people like music? Well, because it beats your heart.
It's something that fuels the soul that doesn't exist.
Yep.
Yeah. Well,
exactly. I like the way you said that. It fuels the soul that doesn't exist.
There are people that don't like listening to music at all. Like,
we feel it in our emergent properties.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
They are emergent properties of reality, if you ask a string theorist.
I think Ian is the one that turned me on to Christian Kraken. Let's see. Yeah, hard trance and what is NRG?
I can't believe I haven't downloaded these songs yet. By Rob Zombie, Living Dead Girl and Dragula, I believe are the names of the songs.
Dragula? Oh, dude, Dragula's class. Come on now.
Yeah, so it's
the ditches and burn through the witches and slam in the back of my Dracula. Yeah. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, so it's Living Dead Girl. It's just as good.
That was an episode.
Oh, I got one for you guys. A little older. I doubt anybody here is gonna know it. Mindless Self-Indulgence. They are really fucking good. Really, really fucking good.
What?
Mindless Self-Indulgence is the band.
Never heard about them.
For me, that's just a bad habit.
MSI. They're also known as MSI, but their song "Shut Me Up" is just it's fucking good.
What the fuck is going on?
Nathan, I am writing down all your recommendations that you put in private chat. Don't you? I mean, I'm actually copying and pasting it, but don't you think that you're being ignored?
Shut me up?
Yes, that's a good one.
Well, you know, we need to form a band called the Demon Hyenas. That's a great band name.
Yeah.
You know what I thought of when you just played that feed?
What's that? What?
I thought of Ozzy Osbourne's Crazy, or Ozzy Osbourne's Crazy Train.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
And Iron Man. Damn. But
yeah.
Why did we?
The Rock. the mic, the treble. I like my coffee black, just like my metal. What? What's going on?
I actually had some of the Black Sabbath stuff on an old sound list that was on an old iPad Nano that I just kept for iPod Nano that I kept for years and years and years and years, and then finally it just died on me.
Hate when that happens.
Hey,
Man.
Ozzy Osbourne has some pretty good fucking songs. Say what you will about the community, but that man has some good songs.
Okay, back in the day, we used to have these plastic things, and they had like little ribbons in them, and you could play music on them.
You talking about record tapes or?
Alrighty, guys. I'm bouncing out.
Cassette tapes or cassette tapes?
Cassette tapes?
Cassette, yeah, and I had a whole box of them. And
cassette tapes?
Really pissed me off. And then I ripped them all onto iTunes, and then fucking iTunes lost them all.
That sucks.
Yeah.
I'm bouncing out of here, guys. Nathan, just get a hold of me whenever you get that picture done. Again, no rush. Time.
We wore out Leo.
Peace out.
We wore out Leophilius.
No, I really got to go listen to music now. That's what it is.
Oh, that's what you're doing.
I have to. I have to. You guys take it easy. Oh, by the way, I will be on Math Pig's channel on Monday at 4:30 Central Standard Time.
Oh, cool.
So be there.
Cool.
Peace out.
Yeah, he gave.
Oh, you're doing the monster thing. Right?
Leo forgot to do his outro of Stan and Amelia Clark.
Stan Amelia Clark.
Are you doing the monster thing? Oh, he left.
Oh, and I didn't get to tell him about the thing. Damn it. Fucking.
Anyway, we had to kill this thing before it dies on its own.
Well, let's cut it short. Let's cut off its balls. Come on.
What? Okay, so.
Come on, Michael.
What?
This video is getting a vasectomy.
Yes, let's give it a vasectomy. Okay, goodbye everybody in chat. Goodbye Ian, Vesta, Ben. Anybody that's still hanging on? I don't know if I missed. John Anthony never came in. I gave him 2 links, 2 chances, but ending the broadcast. See you later.
All right, guys. Bye-bye.
All right.
So Nathan is here.
Yeah.
I have an